Today we're going to talk about a very important topic, which is circulatory system. Okay, this system is also known as transport system in the body because it translocates substance in the body to different places for effective physiology. Alright, but we have a fluid medium in which these substances are transported around the body, which is known as the transportation medium. Okay, and we have about six transportation medium in the body. Number one, here we have water as a fluid medium. Water should be present. Here we have the cytoplasm, the body fluid, lymph, that is the lymphatic system, blood, that is the body tissue, fluid tissue. Then here we have the cell sap, and latex. Okay, the cell sap and latex here are found in plants. They transport useful substance and the waste products in plants. Okay, so all these are the six transportation medium we have in the topic. Now the next we're going to look at this. The topic I'm going to categorize into three different parts for better understanding. And with this, we're going to tackle with every problems you should be encountering in your exams. The first one here is the heart. Secondly, here we have the blood. Then here we have the blood vessels. Okay, these are the different parts I categorize the topic with which I'm going to discuss today. Then, what is the heart? Heart here is a pumping organ located at the cardiac cavity, which is housed inside the thoracic cavity. Okay, the pumping action of the heart is emanating from the SA node, which is the chief pacemaker cells that make the heart to beat. And these pacemaker cells, they are four in number. The first one is the SA node. One is SA node. Secondly, here we have the AV node. Bundles of Higgs. Purkinje fibers. Alright, these are the four pacemaker cells we have. This guy here, the SA node, is the chief pacemaker cells. That's the one that generates the impulse which makes the heart to beat. Right? Then from the SA node, it moves over to the bundles of Higgs at the left atrium. Then in between the right atrium and the right ventricle is the AV node, where there's a little delay, making it possible for the atrium and the ventricle not to contract at the same time. Then the Purkinje fiber cell is found on the walls of the ventricle. Alright? Then this pumping action of the heart generates pressure with which blood circulates around the body to transport different cells of the body with sufficient food and oxygen for metabolism. Alright? Now, we are going to look at the structures of the human heart, the location, and the functions of those structures we have in the heart. Okay? This is the diagram of the human heart. Okay, this is the typical diagram of the human heart. All right. That is the human heart. Okay. Okay, the human heart here is located in the cardiac cavity, as I discussed before, which is located in the thoracic cavity. All right, just between the fourth rib and the fifth rib is the heart. All right, immediately below the left nipple of the breast. Okay, now this heart here, as you see on the whiteboard, is divided into two chambers. All right, here we have the left chamber, and here we have the right chambers. Okay, this left chamber of the heart is concerned with oxygenated blood, and the right chamber here are filled with deoxygenated blood. All right, then this heart is divided into two, as I said, by the structure here called the septum. All right, the septum here is also known as the septum transversum, where the heart is divided into the left chamber and the right chambers. All right, this left chamber here are filled with oxygenated blood, and the right chamber here is filled with deoxygenated blood. Now let's look at different valves and the parts of the heart. All right, so here, let me write in full. Here we have the pulmonary vein. Okay, here of course this is the aorta, this is the pulmonary artery. Right, we have the left pump and the right pump of the pulmonary artery. Then here is superior vena cava. All right, then here we have the inferior vena cava. Okay, the superior and the inferior vena cava here are the largest vein, right? But this here, the inferior is larger than the superior vena cava, right? And in the same way, the aorta is the largest artery in the body. Okay, so the SVC and the IVC. Okay, then here we have the valve. We have two valves in the heart. Alright, the two types of valve we have in the human heart. The first one is SLV, while the second one is cuspid valve. The SLV here is also known as the semi-lunar valve in full. Okay, we have semi-lunar valve. Alright, then this valve here, this valve 1 and valve 2. Valve 1 and 2 are the semi-lunar valve. Alright, the valve 1 here is known as aortic valve. Then the valve 2 here is known as pulmonary valve. Okay, this is the aortic valve and this is the pulmonary valve. It is so called because it opens for blood to leave the heart through the aorta, right? Then pulmonary valve here opens for blood to leave to the lungs. The word pulmonary here means lungs in medicals, right? So once this valve opens, as the ventricle contracts, the blood leaves this pulmonary valve and go to the lungs through the pulmonary artery for oxygenation of blood. Okay, then the other valve here we have is the cuspid. I'm going to write it here. We have the cuspid valve, right? As there are two, we also have here the cuspid valve. Okay, then this valve here, valve 3 and 4, these are the two cuspid valve we have. All right, then this cuspid valve here possesses two cups. Then here we have 3 cups of the cuspid valve. The one with 2 cups here, this cup is 2. The valve is known as bicuspid valve. Okay, you can also call the bicuspid valve, you can also call the valve the mitral valve. That is another name for bicuspid valve. You can call it the mitral valve. Then here, this valve here, the cups are 3. We call the valve the tricuspid valve. Okay, if you look at the walls of the heart, you realize that this muscle of the heart here is the thickest, the muscle that contracts to pump the oxygenated blood. This valve here is thickest because once it contracts to pump blood, it has more workload to do than every other muscles of the heart. Okay, the pumping action here of the left ventricle contracts to pump blood to different parts of the body except the lungs. All right, and such circulation of blood is known as the systemic circulation. Okay, then another thing we should look at now is different routes through which blood enters or leaves the heart. Okay, here the pulmonary vein, I will start with this. Oxygenated blood from the lungs. The word pulmonary here stands for lungs. Blood from the lungs, which is oxygenated blood, coming to the heart. Because they are filled with oxygenated blood, it enters into this left chamber of the ventricle here through the pulmonary vein that returns blood into the heart from the lungs. Alright? Then here we have the aorta. Okay? Oxygenated blood leaves the left ventricle of the heart when it contracts through the aorta to the arteries. Alright? Then from that arteries, the blood circulates to different systems of the heart. As you can see, the aorta opens to different parts of the heart. This goes to the right side, this goes to the left, and this goes to the upper part of the body. Okay? Then the vein later returns the blood from the capillaries, alright, to this chamber because here are filled with deoxygenated blood. The blood enters here from the upper part through the superior vena cava, and the blood returns to the heart from the lower part through the inferior vena cava. Okay, but because we have larger body mass at the lower part, as vein returns blood to the heart, it becomes larger in size, and that's why the lower pump of the vena cava, that is the inferior vena cava, is larger than the superior vena cava. All right. Then afterwards, the blood from this right chamber, which is deoxygenated blood that is highly rich in carbon dioxide, the right ventricle contracts to pump this blood to the lungs, all right, through the pulmonary arteries. Okay, so as the blood is pumped out from the heart to the pulmonary arteries, it goes there to the lungs to gain oxygen you breathe in through the respiratory system. All right, so as the oxygen you breathe in during inspiration will diffuse into the blood capillaries supplying the lungs. All right, by doing so, the blood in the lungs is now supplied with sufficient oxygen, and at that point the blood becomes oxygenated. Okay, after which the blood will now go back to the heart through the same route, and that is a full circulation of the blood from the left chamber to different parts down to the right chamber, then from here to the lungs, from the lungs back to these parts of the heart. Okay, so we are going to look at the blood vessels according to their sequence arrangement for the case of your exam. Okay, here we have the aorta. Maka is not writing well. We have the aorta here. Now, from the aorta, the blood goes to the artery. Alright? From the artery, we have the smaller artery known as arteriole. Okay? From the arteriole, the blood enters the capillary. Okay? From the capillary, it goes down to the venous. Alright? Then, from the venous, it goes to vein. From the vein, it goes to either superior vena cava or inferior vena cava, depending on the route, maybe the part of the body where the blood returns to the heart. If it's blood from the head, neck, and the upper limb, the blood returns to the right chamber of the heart through the superior vena cava. Right? Then if it's from the lower part of the body, like the abdominal region, the legs, and other part of the body that is located below the heart, right, the blood returns to the right chamber through the inferior vena cava, which is known as IVC. Alright, so this is the sequential arrangement of the blood circulating in the blood vessels by leaving the heart through the aorta to the artery, from the artery to the arterioles. Arterioles here is the smallest artery, right? Then here we have the largest artery. Okay, then of course they are the same. Okay, but we have high pressure in arteries than the vein. The wall muscular of the arteries are thicker because of the accumulation of elastic thick tissues, right? So the walls of the artery is thicker than the vein, and as such, we have more pressure in the artery than that of the vein, right? And it's even because of the high pressure we have in the artery that makes the wall muscular of the artery to be more thicker and elastic than the vein. Okay, then here we have the smallest vein. Then here we have the largest vein in the body. Okay, then in this route here, we have oxygenated blood. That is in systemic circulation. Then here deoxygenated blood. Then here in the capillary, we have both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Alright? In the capillaries, we have the mixture of oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood. Okay? Venous, vein, as well as vena cava are filled with deoxygenated. So we are going to stop here for today. Thank you and God bless you. In the next video, we are going to talk about the blood. Alright? But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.